So, someone told me they wanted to know more about lucid dreaming, and I started thinking, okay, here is an incredible experience which hardly anyone has, and virtually everyone is capable of. More people should know about this, so I've decided to make these videos. Hello, and thank you for clicking on this video. Lucid dreaming is a fascinating topic and an even more fascinating practice. A lucid dream is when you're dreaming, but you realize that it's a dream and are then able to consciously influence the events of that dream. The term wake-induced lucid dreaming can also be used to describe a technique of entering into a dream while fully awake. Because there is a lot to cover, I'm going to break this into two videos. In this first video, we're going to cover lucid dreaming, astral projection, sleep paralysis, and the ordinary dream state, and discuss the different types of lucid dreams that you can have. In the next video, we'll talk about how to actually get into the lucid dream space and what you can expect. The reason I lump lucid dreaming together with astral projection is because there doesn't seem to be a clear, widely agreed upon distinction between the two that I'm aware of. Person A's experience of a wake-induced lucid dream might be referred to as astral projection by person B, and vice versa. I should also mention that I don't believe that astral projection is what its reputation says it is. That is to say, I'm not convinced that you're actually leaving the physical body. I think it would be more appropriate to say that what's happening is that you're going further into your mind and having a conscious experience of areas that are not accessible in the ordinary state of wakefulness. To me, for now, astral projection and wake-induced lucid dream seem very likely to be one and the same thing. And when I say wake-induced lucid dream, bear in mind that there are several types of lucid dream. I find the wake-induced lucid dream to be far more enriching experience than the other methods, and we'll talk about why that is. So a little disclaimer, I haven't researched lucid dreaming in several years, and I don't know if any new information has come to light. But almost everything I'll tell you in these videos I learned from my own experimentation, and the rest is just information found from books, videos, or articles. Good information on this topic is not too easy to come by, or at least it wasn't the last time I checked 3 or 4 years ago. That being said, I need to share what I know. To have a better idea of what a lucid dream is, let's first talk about the ordinary dream state. You've done it 1,000 times. You lie down, you're tired, and you may experience hypnagogic imagery as you begin to drift to sleep. Then you're fully asleep, and afterward, you may or may not recall having dreamt throughout the sleep cycle. For REM sleep, a neuromodulator is released, paralyzing your peripheral nervous system. I think it's GABA. I'm not 100% sure about that, but this is a normal part of sleep. And if you've ever experienced sleep paralysis, that's what this is. Ordinarily, your brain is asleep, so it all happens without your awareness. In the wake-induced lucid dream, it's as though elements of the unconscious are consciously experienced, like the two are merging to create a different state of consciousness. Things like memories. One of the reasons for my view on astral projection is because when you do it, things can be a little bit different, as if constructed from memory. If you fly through a wall or ceiling in your room and go outside, you may notice that the tree in your yard is a little shorter or taller, and you can change the environment as well. Sleep paralysis is the key to entering a dream while awake. The first time you realize that you can trigger sleep paralysis at will is a huge milestone in lucid dream exploration. It's something that you never forget. Okay, the three main types of lucid dream and the methods used to achieve them. So yes, I've broken it down into three main categories. Category 1, becoming lucid while you're already asleep and dreaming. This is by far the most common experience that people have. There are a lot of techniques that a person can use to increase the chances of becoming lucid in a dream. Things like reality checks. The idea is to establish patterns of thinking during ordinary wakefulness and hope that they carry over into a dream. For me, they haven't worked very well. I once performed a reality check during a dream, realized that I was dreaming, and I still did not become lucid and gain control over the dream. Category number 2, you've been sleeping and you wake up, then go back into the dream state lucidly. As you wake up, you're still paralyzed, but have the realization that you can turn this into a lucid dream and respond appropriately before either A, the paralysis goes away, or B, you just fall back into ordinary sleep. This method can be done with the aid of an alarm clock, or it can happen totally by accident. Because you're so drowsy with this method, the tendency is to accidentally fall back into ordinary sleep and lose lucidity, which is actually pretty interesting because you're having a lucid dream, then you fall asleep, but the dream doesn't break until later. It keeps going, but you don't realize this at the time because you had just lost the awareness, but it's apparent as a memory when you wake up later on. It's pretty fascinating. Category 3, my favorite. You're fully awake. You enter into a full-on dream state without going to sleep at all. This is the wake-induced lucid dream, or WILD method, and it's the holy grail of lucid dreaming. Different people might consider different methods to be easier or harder. For me, method number 2 is unlikely to work, and when it does, it usually lasts for the shortest duration out of the three methods. Method 3 is by far the best, but it has its difficulties for me. There are some other methods for getting in there, but they're really just subtypes of our three aforementioned categories, so I'm not going to include them here. So that's going to wrap it for this introduction video. If you found this at all interesting, then you should love the next video because it's going to get a lot more exciting, and I'm going to teach you in detail exactly how to do the wild method. So I hope this was helpful, and thank you for watching.